Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video day, and today we're going to be talking about the Dallas Cowboys potentially signing Daniel Jones, a very familiar face to them, a guy since all the way back to 2019 they've been facing 2 times a year, all the way back going to 2019 since he was a rookie. Was just released today by their rival, the New York Giants, and immediately after the release, both Jerry and Stephen Jones went very quickly to announce that they would not be signing Daniel Jones. Now, I will say it's not like it's never happened before where an owner or a person in front office says we're not going to do this, and then they end up doing it. It's not like that's never happened before. But I feel like, to me, it just feels like if Jerry or Stephen Jones is saying it's not happening, it's probably not happening. But I also wanted to come on here to talk about how stupid it is that it's not happening. Like, I'm not going to come up on here and act like Daniel Jones is an amazing quarterback, because he's not. I'm not going to act like one of the top quarterbacks in the league just became available. It's not like this is a Jared Goff or a Lamar Jackson or a Josh Allen or a Jordan Love or one of the top quarterback, Joe Burrow, one of the top guys in the league. It's not like that. Daniel Jones is a mid or solid, whatever word you want to, term you want to use for it, quarterback. But the Dallas Cowboys starting quarterback is injured. He is out for the year, Dak Prescott. I think Dak Prescott sucks. But if you ask me, I'd definitely take Dak Prescott over Daniel Jones. Sorry, Daniel Jones. But Dak Prescott is not an option. He is out for the season. You replaced him with Cooper Rush. That has not looked great. He put up a lot of passing yards against the Texans, threw 354, threw a touchdown pass, looked solid. Although, look, I will say, the touchdown pass was all wide receiver. It was Kevontae Turpin was all wide receiver. He threw a 15-yard pass. Turpin had a good run. That wasn't Cooper Rush right there. That was all Turpin. And he threw for a lot of yards. But if we're going to be real, number one, as a Texans fan, I'm going to say this, our pass defense is really bad. And number two, it was a blowout. What happens in a blowout? You start throwing the ball more. You start, stacking up yards. Yard stacking. So what did he do against Philadelphia? Pains me to say this, meaning my Texans' pass defense is not a good pass defense. What did he do against an actual really good defense? Eagles, 45 passing yards for Cooper Rush. He's thrown 2 interceptions in both of his starts. Daniel Jones, on the other end, has thrown 7 interceptions in 10 starts. Daniel Jones is averaging 0.7 interceptions in 10 starts, while Cooper Rush is averaging 1 in 2 starts. And Cooper Rush also fumbled twice in the Cowboys-Texans game. One the Cowboys recovered, the other the Texans recovered. So Cooper Rush has not been good. And I think there are a couple other things that I can continue to go on about of why Daniel Jones would be better than Cooper Rush. I'll also go to the fact that I think Jones is a more talented passer. I think both make their fair mistakes as passing quarterbacks. But, Jones is averaging more passing yards per game than Rush, 207 compared to 199. And I think Jones has a stronger arm than Cooper Rush. I think Rush has more accuracy, but I think Jones is a stronger passer. And I think when you have a guy like CeeDee Lamb, when you're throwing a guy like CeeDee Lamb, you want a stronger passer. I think Jones is a way stronger passer than has a way stronger arm than Cooper Rush does. I think Rush has more accuracy, though, I will say, though. And the last thing I want to get into is rushing yards. Rushing yards. Cowboys have the worst run game in football. They decided to pass on Saquon Barkley, who then would go to their division rival, pass on Derrick Henry, who would also end up killing them in the regular season and absolutely putting up some of the biggest numbers ever for running back. Those two have put up historic running back numbers this year. Passed on both those guys. They could have picked up other running backs. They could have picked up a running back who just killed them this week, Joe Mixon, who went to my favorite team, the Texans. So they passed on so many running backs. What did they do? kept Rico Dowdle, who was a solid backup for them the year before, signed a familiar friend who is a washed veteran, Ezekiel Elliott, and their running back was one of the smallest players in the league who was an undrafted running back in Deuce Vaughn. Not much of a running back group right there. And I think what made it solid before is you had Dak, who was a solid running quarterback with them. Dak's out for the year. Cooper Rush is not a talented runner. 4 rushing yards in 2 games. Daniel Jones, in 10 starts, ran for 172 rushing yards. Averaged over 17 rushing yards per game. So by adding in Rush for the Cowboys, you can improve your run game. You have the opportunity to improve your run game massively by adding in Daniel Jones, and replacing him with, replacing Cooper Rush with him. And I know this for a fact. If you add in Daniel Jones into Dallas, he will 100% be running the football way more than he was in than in New York, because of the running back. If you look at the running backs outside, if you look at the running backs that he has in New York, or that he had in New York, Tyron Tracy, absolute killer. He's a stud. He's going to be a great player. Devin Singletary, who's not amazing, but he's a really solid running back. Devin Singletary, New York's backup, would be way better off than Dallas's number 1 option right now. That's a lot. That's saying a lot right there. So, Daniel Jones would be running the football a lot more than in Dallas than he has been in New York, and I think that would play a big factor for Dallas. And I think their offense would be much better with Daniel Jones in it. But no, Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones don't want to do that. They want to stick to Cooper Rush, who's a turnover machine. Not acting like Jones isn't, but he's not as bad as Cooper Rush with the turnovers. And he doesn't have much of a running ability. I don't think he has that much of a strong arm. And the only thing I've come up with that he's better than Daniel Jones at is the accuracy, and his accuracy is not that much great. His accuracy is not that great. The only reason his accuracy is better than Daniel Jones is because Daniel Jones, I think, accuracy is not that good either. So, yeah, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and peace out.